Back at Colonial Photo and Hobby, I'm gonna turn in a disposable and get my photos back. But I want to ask them if I can keep this case, if they can just take the film out of it, because I want to take this lens and make my own DIY disposable lens for E-mount for my FX6. And I know that they do have a product called Dispo Lens. It's like 60 bucks. I just think I can make it for cheaper, and it's kind of fun to do. So let's see if they let me keep this. Cool. Oh, that was easy. Let's see if they got any new cinema cameras in stock. What do they got here? So they got a C70, FS5, FX3. Ooh, Handycam. Canon XA40 with dual XLR. Probably a super long internal zoom lens. And then some old Canons that will never sell. A C100, C300 Mark II, and another, what is that? Another C100 Mark II. For $2,500, I don't see these being sold very quickly. But this is super nice to have, a small rig wall that you actually can come in and feel the pieces, see how they work. You can even like slide them onto if you bring your gear in. Because when you're just going by the website, you have no clue, like reference, and especially weight. I really like that they have this here. I've definitely brought my gear here and opened it all up and started tinkering. You gotta do what you gotta do. Actually, I really like this. It's 50 bucks for a boom arm that just goes onto a normal stud, one of these, whichever one, whatever size you want. 3/8, 5/8, 1/4 inch, and you just cap it on here and then put whatever you want at the end. The reason I could like this over, let's see, something more like I have something like this where this boom folds into itself is because that one's really heavy, and I could connect this onto something else, because I'm finding I need two things boomed. I need a shotgun mic boomed and a hair light boomed, but I only have one boom stand. This would allow me to not have to buy another boom stand, but rather just add this onto one of the stands that I own. So very decent length. You can follow it all the way down there. This is enough to boom a microphone. I would not put a 60D or hair light on here. Definitely will not support that. But a shotgun mic right on the end is nice, and it comes with these little holders to put a reflector or hang a rag under here, and it comes with two of them. But this connection is not confidence instilling. This is very soft plastic, and with a lot of weight hanging off the end, or just any weight hanging off the end. I don't trust this. I wish maybe I can find a metal version of this, because I really just, if I can find a metal knuckle, then I can put this into anything. So maybe I just need this. I know the small rig is cheap, but I am not a fan. I know a lot of people use it, but based on the other tripods I've used, it's not it. Not for me, at least. Doesn't even have a counterbalance. So the idea is I take this lens cap, hold on, and I bore out a hole in the middle. I oversize that hole, and then I pop this guy out, lay it inside the body cap, super glue it, do whatever I want to fix it in there, and then should get some vibey looking images with that little plastic lens. And I don't know what what aperture this is at. I'm gonna assume it's high, like a f8 or something, and something around 25 mil, but it should be fun. This is a newsletter that I sign up for. It is for used cinema gear, this index. And some of these prices are crazy. So I know Area Alexa 35 that was just announced is $76,000. I believe those are $100K when you buy the regular package at retail. And when you get to a Sony Venice 1 with 2 terabytes of media and a reader, $18,500. That's crazy. Cheaper than a new Burano. It's just nuts what these used prices are going for. Wouldn't mind having that lens or trying it. A lot of these are just way too heavy for my FX6 system. So I am waiting. I don't know if you guys saw the that rumor for the Tamron 28 to 180 f2. I don't have a lot of faith that it is real, but I did ask my audience, what do you think the price would be? How much would you pay for this? And I think the last two options is where it's gonna land. I don't see how or why they would release a product that amazing for cheaper than 5K. And I would buy it. I had a bunch of DMs responding to me saying, I would be right in line with you in the pre-order, because that would be a literal all-in-one lens. And right as I finish doing that, I look up here and I have a new podcast out with my friend Dalton Smith. This is really cool. Oh yeah, so I turned the tables on him. This is his podcast, and I said, Dalton, you always interview everyone else. Let me come on and interview you. And he really liked that idea because we already did an episode together, and this one is more of the up-to-date stuff. The first episode was kind of like the foundations, how we met, all that stuff. This episode is what we are up to now. So check that out. That was super fun to do. Let's see, how long did he cut it down to? An hour and 46. I think we were talking for 2.5 hours, maybe 3. So he definitely trimmed off the fat, but that is a really, really fun episode. I love doing podcasts. They're super fun.
Doing YouTube has been so fun because not only do I get this connection, but when I'm scrolling through videos and I watch random videos, it's the whole reason why I started the behind the scenes vlogs. I'll watch videos with 40 views on it, and for some reason they saw something in one of my videos and give me a shout out. I'm gonna play a couple of those.
I went ahead and I call it the David Moorfield arm.
So yesterday I finished watching David Moorfield's recent walk and talk vlog, where he talked a lot about the freelance mindset and the fact that some people aren't meant to be employees.
But quite possibly the coolest one that I've had recently is Jared Phelps, who watched my vlogs, came out to Orlando for one of my filmmaker meetups, and then became my point man when I went to Dallas and I held a meetup there. He has now taken it upon himself to create his own meetup.
Quite honestly, the biggest surprise from this YouTube channel has got to be the YouTuber meetup that I hosted. Courtesy of David Moorfield for basically paving the way, I invited out anybody who wanted to come. 30 people showed up, which is mind-boggling. And it doesn't sound like a lot until you see them all in one room.
And this is what I love to see. People feeling inspired, doing their own thing, saying it's okay to like go and build something yourself. And I just love that he had this community brought together. He's holding it down in Dallas, and it's just great to see. The community part of YouTube is really, really fun.